What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at this brand new 2023 Toyota 4Runner, and this is a 40th anniversary. Obviously you can tell by this crazy bold stripe and then all the bronze accents, but we're going to do a full point of view look at this SUV, see what it has to offer, popping the hood. What is powering the 4Runner? Well, you guessed it, it is still the naturally aspirated 4-liter 6-cylinder, pumping out about 270 horsepower with 278 pound-feet of torque, and it's still paired to a 5-speed automatic. So this, needless to say, is a pretty ancient SUV. But with that said, we of course have 4-wheel drive and some insane Toyota dependability. With that said, let's take a look at the styling. So we do get LED headlights, however, we have halogen turn signals and just a basic bulb for the high beam. However, the headlight housing itself is pretty bold looking. We get a pretty cool LED fog light down below with kind of a mesh design. A lot of cool contours in it. It certainly is an aggressive SUV. I've always liked this generation. This sticks out quite a bit. Massive lower front bumper. And then part of this package, of course, are the stripes with the bronze Toyota name written out. You can see a lot of mesh within the grille as well. Huge safety sensor, and then even more openings down below. So even though this is a pretty old exterior design, it still does look pretty good. We get some sharp lines along the hood, going all the way towards the windshield. And then moving to this side profile, I do love the wheels. Really cool, of course, in the bronze color. I like how it's got the Toyota name written out as well. Pretty standard tires, nothing crazy off-road oriented. Then your typical body color for these fender flares. The stripe is very bold, this tricolor, pretty cool looking. Goes all the way to the rear, wrapping around the rear doors. So pretty neat design for this. Of course, body color along the door handles as well as the mirror caps, and you get that side integrated LED turn signal. Up on top we have a sunroof as well as the roof rails. And then the side profile, it's a pretty boxy SUV, but I like just how it looks. Kind of has that old school vibe still. This is a body on frame SUV, which you don't really see anymore. So this still is an old school new SUV, which is kind of nice. And I think that's why people really are buying these still. And then in back, you have a pretty good fender flare. And then you do get LED taillights and again, halogen on those turn signals. You get a full body colored rear bumper, exhaust on the side, trailer hitch right in the center, and nice 40th anniversary badge, which is pretty cool. And then the Toyota and 4Runners all in the bronze. You have buttons back here as well to lower and raise the rear glass. And a pretty large integrated spoiler with the third brake light. So overall, exterior design still is a really good looking SUV. I think the bold stripe is definitely very, it pops a lot on the black. On the white one, it looks pretty cool. However, if you get this in like a red color, I think that would just look a little funky. But anyways, let's check out the cargo area. Manually opening this up, we get a lot of storage on the left and the right side. You even get outlets, which is a pretty cool touch. You can see the angle of recline for those back seats, a little bit more storage down below. And then a really cool feature, this whole liftgate. We have 2 speakers and 2 sets of dome lights, as well as a strap. You have 2 handles as well. And you can see all the generations of 4Runner written up there. Really cool little Easter egg. If we go into the side, so the interior, you're going to get this black soft text synthetic leather with bronze stitching. So pretty cool the way that is designed. And again, that recline, you really can get these nicely in far back. In the center, we can pull this down. We get a nice armrest with 2 cup holders, and they can even accommodate different sizes. So pretty cool to see that. Up in front, we have storage behind the seats, air vents, and then a few plugs down below. Then to operate these seats, you pull this, get that nicely out of the way, and then you can pull down the headrest, which is great for driver visibility. Pop that button right there, and these will come down nice and flat, really opening up how much cargo you can fit. This is a very utility friendly SUV. Truly is the definition of a sport utility vehicle. Hopping in now, we'll close the door. Pretty good armrest and storage, and with it reclined, you really can go far back, and it's pretty comfortable. Not too bad back here. And as you can see, quite a lot of glass. And then if we check out the driver's seat, again, that stripe is so bold. It does look pretty cool. I'm kind of warming up to it. Pretty similar door panel. All of your controls are on top. Then you have all the power controls on the seats, more of that bronze stitching. And I really like the headrest. You see that 40th badge, which is a really nice small touch. Sunroof up top. And then of course push button start, which is nice to see. So firing it up, we have a small LCD screen right in the center with all of your analog gauges. And then on the right side, you can control everything in that center screen. So just going up a few things and then scrolling left and right, you can see what you have. So pretty cool. Got some basic things, you know, this is still a pretty old school SUV, not really anything too fancy or new. We have some safety settings like your lane keeping, distance pacing, cruise control, Bluetooth and audio controls. Kind of a golf ball material for the entire dash. And I really like the 40th badge over here, and it says 1 of 4,040, which is pretty cool to see that. It is not the first one though, that is not just the one, it's just 1 of the 4,000. But we have all your basic controls, some shortcuts on the left and right to see everything in the screen. It is touchscreen as well, so you can get the full screen. Tap the menu icon, see a few different things. Audio controls, the map again. Going into reverse, you have a pretty good backup camera. Graphics are decent, you know, you have those guidelines. You can definitely tell it's kind of an old school interior. However, it's very functional, super reliable. Very simple for the controls, temperature, fan speed, and a little bit of storage in the USBs. We do get 4-wheel drive, so you have all those controls down here. Get some cup holders and storage, heated seats, and then the button for that rear glass, so really nice function. Make that go all the way up and down. And then we get a few more controls up top. There's no crawl control or locking differentials, but you do get the 8-track as well as the downhill assist. So not a bad interior, a few decent amenities. This 40th anniversary is based off of the SR5 Premium, so kind of a good mid-level vehicle. With that said, let's go for a spin. All right, so we are setting off now in the Toyota 4Runner, the 40th anniversary. So realistically, the 40th anniversary is more of just an appearance package with the bronze accents, the badging, the stripe, and the stitching. So it's nothing fancy or anything too crazy, but it's a nice little touch just to give you something that looks a little bit different than the standard 4Runner. With that said, driving this SUV is what you would expect. It drives like any other SR5 is gonna drive. You have just kind of basic power and stuff. And it should be a pretty familiar vehicle. Getting up and going, just giving a little bit of gas. You know, we can get up to speed. Obviously, the 4Runner is not known for performance. It's not that fast. The 5-speed is insanely outdated. So it's a very old vehicle. It's kind of shocking that they are still making the 4Runner unchanged for so many years. And honestly, the last generation is pretty much the same as this. So it's really, really an ancient SUV. With that said, it has bulletproof reliability and really good off-road capabilities. You really can take these anywhere, and you know you can depend on it. So that it has that going for it. The body on frame as well. It's just so simple in here. I mean, it's just been around for so many years to where it's gonna last you. It really is a reliable product, and that's a big selling point to the 4Runner. Downfalls certainly are the fact that there's nothing really too fancy or special about it, and the driving dynamics, they're okay. It's honestly, it's not really the best driving SUV, even though they sell so well and people do love these. There's a lot of body roll. As you can see, there's a ton of brake dive whenever you hit the brakes, so it's just not the best on-road SUV. And then the power plant and everything like that, it's just not that up to date. You know, the 5-speed doesn't really let you get the best of gas mileage, doesn't really utilize the power that well. So there's a lot of downfalls, honestly, with the way the 4Runner drives. However, again, it's one of those vehicles that you can just depend on, and it drives good enough, I would say. It almost is like Toyota doesn't have to make this drive like a luxury car or drive like a crazy 392 Wrangler or anything like that. They can just keep making this just a nice normal SUV that has enough capabilities and bulletproof reliability, and that's what owners are looking for with this. So as we get up and going, just kind of testing out the power once again, you know, this is good enough for what owners are looking for. You can just get up to speed. You know, it's not gonna blow your socks off, but at the end of the day, it will make it up to speed. So not a bad SUV to drive. It just certainly isn't the best on road, but it doesn't seem like owners are really too concerned about that because they do keep selling so well. Visibility and things like that, you have such a big windshield, a lot of glass, you really can see out so well. Over your right shoulder, and pretty much no blind spots, same with your left. So honestly, it's easy to drive, and I guess that is also a really good plus with the 4Runner. It's just easy to maneuver, it's familiar. Even if you've never been in one, you can hop in this and just drive it without any issues. So that's again something that it certainly has going in its favor. There's not really too much wind noise or road noise. It's actually a pretty comfortable, normal car, especially just if you're in a straight line on cruise control or something. Engine and drivetrain's pretty quiet as well. Seats are decent. You can maneuver them a little bit, so not too bad. So it's kind of a good, like, middle of the road comfort level, I would say. Again, there's nothing above and beyond with this, but what is above and beyond is the fact that it's insanely reliable and just really dependable. The gas mileage isn't that good, you know, you're gonna get maybe 20 on a good day. So again, there's a lot of like mediocre aspects of a 4Runner, but the reason why people love them, they'll last forever. And off-roading, they are really good. Even with this one not having crawl control or locking differentials, at least with the 4-wheel drive, it's still a very capable SUV. And towing's not too bad. You can tow 5,000 pounds, and it's really not feeling like it's at the limits of this vehicle. While that's about, obviously, its max, it can tow 5,000 pretty decently. And then just some slow speed driving. You can just see a little bit of that body roll. But overall, you know, the 4Runner, you know what you're getting when you're getting this SUV, and it's a pretty good package for what you want.